I'm going to talk about why beginner drivers fail. I'm a state certified driving instructor. I teach adults. Parking lots are very dangerous. Many drivers, beginning, middle, and old, make mistakes with foot placement, so you want to be mindful. Next, we're coming up to a regulatory sign. It's the stop sign. Notice the truck to my left. They don't care. That's how accidents happen. But we're going to be better than them. We're going to stop. If you're running stop signs, you're going to end up getting a ticket, killing someone. For those of you who don't know this, we're in the school zone. We're on a road that runs parallel to the expressway. We have warning signs. We have another regulatory sign. This is the service drive. Then we're going to stop completely. That act is one of the most important things. This is the school zone crossing. That's where people are supposed to walk. But we know you little ones don't walk where they're supposed to. The speed limit here is either 25 or 35. It's never much more than this. They barely stopped either. They have to yield to us. Are you seeing a pattern? We have another regulatory sign, school zone crossing. We have another warning sign of a fire station, which is on the left side. We have a yield sign. We want to yield, slow down, and look. I'm being mindful. I see the car, saw it from my peripheral vision. We want to stop behind the stop line on your test. If you go past the stop line, you'll receive a -1. Thank you. Next, we have the crosswalk. This is where pedestrians are supposed to cross, but we know pedestrians do not cross where they need to. You need to have increased awareness of where pedestrians are. We look left and right. Don't assume when your light turns green, you automatically go. You will kill someone. We're at our max speed, we're scanning, we're looking ahead. This is a front view today. They're speeding, they're going to get a ticket. If I was an officer, I would pull both of these cars over. It is not this serious. People get very content and they get lazy. This is why people end up in traffic court, because they're not doing what they need to in a very basic situation. I'm right at 35, and you could say what you want. People are going to do, they are. But then when you get popped with a ticket, don't come crying to me and say, well, you know, they were a racist cop or this or that. Follow what you're supposed to do and there won't be any problems. This is a moment for you to just relax, enjoy the rain, be safe, look for things. When you're in a hurry, you're going to end up running a light, blowing a stop sign, speeding, and getting a ticket. I'm cruising about 30. There's another warning sign, a regulatory sign. These signs are not here for a reason. Let's see what this red Impala is going to do. I know I'm a stop. We just talked about this in class. I would give them a ticket too. Why do we even have a stop sign here if people are not going to follow the rules? Am I a rule follower? Yes. Do I want to do a good job of driving? Yes. Am I an instructor? Yes. Now I'm going to yield for a moment. Slow down. Over my shoulder. And I'm going to get over it. They tore the school down. Okay, I'm scanning. I'm looking ahead. Intersections are some of the most dangerous places, and if you're running lights, you will get killed and you will get a ticket. Okay, I'm going to go in slow here, make my turn. Drive-throughs are also very dangerous too. We had a great situation yesterday. We talked about foot placement. You want to use the ball of your foot. Your right heel stays down on the floor. We put our left foot to the dad pedal, and I'm straightening out my wheels. A lot of beginners have a difficult time with foot placement, and I want to be patient. I want to take my time. Thank you for your patience. I would like 2 chicken quesadillas. 2 chicken, is it? Yeah, 2 of those, sorry. And I would like 2 of your 2 of your spicy soft tacos, please.
Okay.
And a large ice water.
Any sauce?
No sauce.
Okay. Would you like some different today?
No. Thank you. So as you're coming up, you got to remember to cover your brake. Take your time. And as I teach more adults, I realize that they don't pay attention. You panic when an emergency happens. Your foot gets stuck between the gas and brake. You panic. When our brain misfires, we panic. That panic could be you hitting the brake, you hitting the gas, and both are very dangerous as an instructor. I went over some examples yesterday of a young driver pulling up to getting a smoothie, and they thought the car was in park. It was not. It was drive, and the car lunged through the building. Another example would be a person who's test driving a sports car, who's very excited, not really used to it. They started the car up, and the car lunged forward. I'm just giving you a couple of examples of how important foot placement is. Situational awareness is because you need to know. You need to be aware. You've seen examples of people running lights who don't care. You see an example of people blowing stop signs. They don't care. And if that's your mother or father, you are seeing this and thinking, oh, I can run it too. And remember, I teach adults, 18 and up, and they tell me the same thing. Well, my mom and dad didn't have a license. They drove until they were 30, and then they finally got their license. So I'm teaching people 19, 25, 29, 30, 35. It goes on and on and on. The best thing I would say is just be mentally aware and breathe for a moment. Take your time. A lot of people panic in the rain. Driving skills, tires are not good, brakes are not good, you're nervous. You do see more incidents of accidents in wet weather because people are just going too fast for the conditions. And I try to remind myself when I'm educating and teaching an adult, your goal is to learn to drive safely, build good positive habits. And I try to remind myself of that when I'm teaching someone who's just new. And I know when you look at the videos, you're gonna visualize yourself driving, and you should. You should also be looking at my stand store because I have some really good digital downloads that you can purchase that really give insight into the road test, insight into driving, and it's going to be helpful because we partnered with Stand Store about half a year ago. I've had about 8 coaching calls. We sold about $300 to $700 in digital downloads, and it is helpful. I want to help people be successful because no one is going to help you except for yourself. Your mom is not going to help you. Your boyfriend is not going to help you. Your girlfriend is not going to help you. from talking to young adults 18 to 38, I never learned to drive. I was ashamed. No one would help me. We have one young lady who is 21 in our organization. She doesn't have a car. She does Uber and Lyft to and from work. And I'm thinking to myself, how do you not have a car? And I'm not talking about a new 2025 or 2027 or 2030. I'm just talking about a car. How have you functioned as a young adult all these years? And then she was talking to me about her cousin who is slightly on the spectrum, autistic. I said, you call her, when she comes in town, I'll teach her how to drive. A lot of things you see on social media are not always true. It's just little clips. Teaching someone how to drive is hard. You've got to get the car to them. You got to show them where the gas and brake is. They have to go get their temporary structure permit. Every state's different. My goal is to show you how to drive, teach you how to drive, prepare you for the road test, get you to the road test so you can obtain your license. A lot of these driving videos you see are just not real life. They're very AI or not really showing you the perspective. I try to give you real life. I'm sitting here in line waiting for my food. My foot's on my brake. I could put it in park. There are stop signs in this neighborhood. There are yield signs in this neighborhood. There are lights. The police are around. If I get lazy and blow stop signs, I would get a ticket. Why would I do that if I know it's wrong? I'm an instructor. Do I really want to get a ticket, which is a civil infraction, to make my insurance go up? I don't want to put myself in that situation. I want to make myself the best driver I can be and to learn and to get better every day. On my live yesterday, we talked about having the proper shoes on. That is so helpful. To feel the gas, feel the brake, and to just be patient. And I was training another young lady yesterday, and I charged her $40 for an hour, and that's way below my minimum rate. She's one of my former students. She's getting ready for her road test tomorrow. And she said, hey, I don't have the money to pay you for the second drive for parking. And I'm like, okay, well, we'll figure out something. So I'm not going to worry. I'm just going to teach. And yeah, I don't work for free. You know, this is not free. This is editing and work and time. But you have to be prepared and show patience. This is a one-way out. I cannot turn left. I have to make a right turn. Thank you. Thanks. This being nice. So now I got to be safe. So here's another problem. If you don't look left and right and use your peripheral vision, you're going to kill someone. Okay? And when it's clear, I'm going to make that turn. I can only make a right. And some of my students say, which way you want me to turn? They're not even paying attention. You have to be aware of your surroundings. Detroit, Michigan, Houston, Texas, Los Angeles, California. It doesn't matter where you are. You have to have increased awareness. And so many drivers don't have increased awareness. Go up here and squeeze my brakes and yield to traffic. Then I'm going to make a left turn. We're in a parking lot, highly dangerous. And I'm just going to show you. I've got to look. You've got to look where you're going. And I see this car coming through. And I'm going to yield a second. If I'm not paying attention, a car could hit me, or they're pedestrians, or I'm looking around. Situational awareness. I see the car coming in. Okay? I have to stop. I need to look. Roll down. This is the outside view today. I'm looking to the left. Cars are coming from my left. I'm going to turn in the nearest lane. Keep your turn short. I had another driver fail yesterday. My driver who I'm teaching, she made a left turn and turned in the wrong lane. That one error could cause her to fail. What don't you understand? If you're going to hire me to teach you, you need to be aware. And I gave her an evaluation sheet. I wrote down what she was doing wrong, what she was doing right. If she follows, she should pass. There's no promises. Just like your parents teach you, they do everything for you, help you, and you grow up to be a bum. Because you made a choice. I'm merging out, blinkers on, right to the first lane, bam, done. I'm off my gas. I don't want to tailgate the truck. I'm leaving room. So many people panic, and when you panic, your brain misfires, and I could hit the gas or the brake. One comment I got, you're talking too much. And I said to them, when you teach beginners, they are dangerous. Many of you have never been in a car with an instructor. When people run lights, it's death. When people merge out and use the wrong blinker and they'll look over their shoulder, it's death. You only see on all these driving videos the happy things. You don't see the errors, you don't see the frustrations, you don't see the tears, because it's not real. I'm going to show you real information. We're at about 55 miles an hour, we're smooth, we're riding in the tracks of this box truck. If it looks smooth, I'm driving smooth. I'm driving right at about 55, chilling. Or you're driving too slow. The speed limit here is only 55. People are doing 75 and 80 and 90, like these cars passing by me. Then when you get a ticket, you want to cry and your insurance goes up. No one wants to follow the rules. If I have a bad driving record, I cannot do adult driver's ed. What don't you understand? Some of you are saying, oh, that's good for you. It is good for me because I want to teach. Now I'm squeezing my brakes. The stop sign is for people on the service drive to the right. They don't stop. Now I'm using the ball of my foot. Just taking my time. And I want to see the rear of the tires on the ground. I want to remind you, I strongly suggest you watch all these videos, you click the link in the bio, and you reach out for a coaching call. I'm making a left turn. I'm going over the crossover. It looks awful clean. No hate, no cap. And I'm going to make my left turn, being very easy and very deliberate. And this is part of your test. Know the routes. Then once they stop and go, it'll be my turn. I'm scanning traffic. I'm looking at the environment. I'm going to roll forward. I'm going to pause. It's clear. I'm going to go all the way over to the right. I need to hit 30. If you go over the speed limit, automatic failure. What don't you understand? People always ask, can I go over the limit? No. I'm right at 30. There are license plate readers in this community. The community has said enough. Old people's houses getting broke into. See, they didn't stop either. But I'm going to stop. That small gesture will help you pass. And there's someone there to our left monitoring cars. And I'm going to do my job. I'm not going to worry about others. A lot of you worry about what other people think. When I read your comments, I don't worry. I know I'm doing the right thing and I'm taking my time. If you do the right thing and take your time, you will be rewarded. Rewarded means getting a job, getting your permit, preparing to get a home. I need you to be safe out here. And now I'm back and I'm parked. If you enjoyed this, give us a thumbs up. Look at all my videos. I will be going live later. Thank you.